Coming into the season, the Sixers had very high hopes. They traded for Paul George. They drafted Jared McCain, Joel Embiid, and he was coming back, and Tyrese Maxey was making strides to improve. Like, the Sixers were expected to win a championship with this roster. They were. Unfortunately, that hasn't gone to plan. So, yeah. 15 games in, or in this case, 14, they are 2 and 12. Why are they 2 and 12? What is the problem? Or is there a plethora of problems? That is what we're going to find out. Hello, this is your boy IT. Welcome to the All Sports Show. So, the Sixers are currently on a 5-game losing streak, with their recent loss being to the Grizzlies by 6, even though the Grizzlies committed 19 turnovers. That is insane. I don't know how they lost, but hey, it's not really Jared McCain's fault. Jared McCain is literally the only bright spot on this team. Okay, he's the only bright spot. He is currently averaging, I think, 16 points. That is great, but still, that's the only positive. Everything that the Sixers have done has been a disaster. And it starts with the main character himself, Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid has been horrid this season. I mean, it all started when he said he wasn't going to play any back-to-back games. That was right there, was the nail in the coffin. That right there told us right there that the Sixers aren't doing anything. But to make matters worse, Tyrese Maxey comes out and says in a players-only meeting, and coaches, my bad, that apparently Joel Embiid's lazy and he doesn't understand the playbook. According to him, he's like, well, I'm just now getting into the season. Some of this stuff is confusing. Well, Joel Embiid, you're the MVP. You're the main character of this team. It really shouldn't be confusing. But that's the problem. That's the issue. So apparently Joel Embiid's lazy. He got an eating disorder, I guess, because that's what people have been saying. He got addiction to burgers. But whatever. Joel Embiid has been the biggest problem. And I don't care that you scored 35. You still lost, okay? LeBron scored 31, still lost to the Magic because Franz Wagner had a wide open 3. So the stats don't matter to me. Joel Embiid still looks hurt. He doesn't trust that leg, and he really shouldn't. I mean, come on, like he just came back. So like real talk. But of course, Joel Embiid is the biggest problem. He is. Like when you're not even showing up to work on time, or in this case, practice, that is a problem. He's not a leader. Obviously, this team needs a leader. There's too many guys out here for themselves. Joel Embiid is supposed to be that leader, but obviously, he's just trying to survive. So, really, this team is without a leader. This team is just, there's no leadership. Nick Nurse looks like he's suffering. There's just so many problems. But that's Joel Embiid. The next problem is Paul George. Paul George has not been healthy this season. And he hyperextended his knee again. This is the second time. So he's out for 2 games, but they're going to reevaluate it. I don't know, bro. Paul George seems to me, he's the same age as Damian Lillard, but while Damian Lillard is thriving and healthy, Paul George is becoming Kawhi Leonard. It's literally Clippers Part 2, but now in Philly, where Kawhi Leonard and Paul George couldn't stay healthy. Like Paul George and Joel Embiid really can't stay healthy. And now Tyrese Maxey, but Tyrese Maxey did come back, so which is good. Still, it's not lost on me that Jared McCain is the brightest side of this team. Okay, I've laid into the problems, which is mainly injuries and incompetence. Now let's look at some stats. As a team, this team averages 104 points per game. That's on offense. That is second to last in the league. The only team that is worse are the Pelicans, who are injured. Obviously, they play Brandon Boston every night, okay? And Brandon Boston is not good. I don't care what no one tells you, okay? There's a reason he was a second-round pick. Even though I really like him, I don't know. No. He's only there because everyone's injured, okay? That's number one. But you know what the worst thing about this team is? They are last in field goal percentage. They are last. They only shoot 43% from the field. 43% from the field. That is insane. And 32% from 3. That's literally second to last in the league. The only team that's shooting worse is the Orlando Magic. the team that the Lakers just lost to. But this is not a Lakers video, obviously. And if that wasn't enough, they don't pass the ball either. 21 assists as a team. So it's pretty much just, okay, ISO, 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 top of the key, stand there and wait for the pass, and then shoot it, make it, and then that's it. That is it. That is bad. That is the offensive side. On defense, it gets a little bit worse. A little bit worse. You know what offensive field goal percentage they're allowing? They're allowing the 26. They're allowing 40.2 field goal percentage. Okay? And you want to talk about worst defense? Dude, they are second to last in blocks. They're only getting 4 blocks per game. This is a team with Andre Drummond and Adem Bona and Joel Embiid on here. Again, the team that's the worst blocking team is the New York Knicks, who don't really have a big, because Mitchell Robinson's hurt all the time and Jericho Sims is a backup. So, real talk, this is a bad team. And they're the second worst rebounding team this year. Third to last. They only averaged 40 rebounds per game. That's it. Teams that are worse, the Pacers and the Nets. You can't make this up. Sixers are like legit the worst team. They are. It's very sad, but it's the truth. And now I guess I got to talk about how they can bounce back. Well, we can start by Joel Embiid actually playing more games and doing good on offense and leading to wins. We could also start by Paul George getting healthy and playing consistently good, helping Jared McCain out and Tyrese Maxey. Also, we could start by the role players actually doing their jobs because, let's face it, the bench has been horrid. The bench has been so bad. They are not shooting well. Outside of Jared McCain, Kelly Oubre has struggled. Kyle Lowry looks like a shell of himself. Yabusele looks like a bad signing. KJ Martin is literally a 5-minute junkie. That's literally it. That's all he does. He's out there for 5 minutes. He's out there getting shots up. That's all. So the Sixers got a lot of problems. I don't know how they gonna solve it, but these are the ways I think they could solve it. They could solve it by playing better defense. They could solve it by getting more offense, and they could solve it by just winning games that they're supposed to win. Like, you had the Grizzlies on the ropes. You did. 19 turnovers as a team, and you couldn't beat them. It's concerning to me. But real talk, the Sixers got a lot of problems. Sixers got to do something about this sooner. They got to do it sooner because they can't wait till later. You can't be 5-20 and think you're going to make the playoffs with that record. I know it's the weak East, but no. You have to show some form of resolve and some form of improvement as the games go by. They play the Nets tonight. We'll see what happens. But look, Sixers are in a bad situation right now. With that being said, hope you enjoyed. I will talk to y'all later. Peace.